Apa kabar. Hey, I'm working on my Indonesian right now. A few days ago, one of my team members at church asked if I can go out and teach and train some Indonesian pastors. So I'm actually getting ready for this weekend to head out to Indonesia. And what I just said was, hello, Apa kabar. Trying to learn some more words. Hey, class, this is Professor Kevin, just checking in. I want to go over a few things with you. I just saw a discussion in week 2 about syncretism and wanted to walk through and talk through with you with some of those thoughts and then maybe kind of get you on your way in week number 3. All right, so in this email, I also sent a link a few years ago. I was in Dallas, Texas. I was helping the region out to plant a church in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. They were looking for an Asian American church planter because that demographic had been growing in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Now, I'm from Texas. I didn't grow up with a lot of Asian Americans, but they were looking for that because that seems to be the growing population over there. And so when I went over there, I did something to look at the lay of the land. Hey, where are the Asian Americans hanging out? And so you know what I did? I pulled up Google Maps. Or Yelped it too. I Yelped all the restaurants in the area. I looked up all the pho restaurants. That's where Vietnamese people eat, or maybe Chinese food or Korean restaurants, and all sorts. And you have to recognize typically ethnic groups cluster together to build businesses. Anyways, I found a few areas in the Dallas-Fort Worth area where it seems to be a huge concentration of Asian Americans. And I said, hey, you know what? That's where you're going to plant the church. That's where you want to be. And that is what I call missional topography. I wrote a blog, a 3-part blog. I left you the link for the first part. I want you to go and read through it, so it might help you understand what being to contextualize in an area. You need to be able to know the people, know the demographics, and all the wonderful socioeconomics. That's what you're going to be doing in your research paper. You're going to be looking up all the different ways and tools to understand the area. And that's what missionaries do. We exegete an area. You go into a city, you exegete the culture. Exegete means you find out more about that culture. And when we talk about syncretism, what can you change or what should you alter? We have a saying at my church that methods can change, but the message should not. You get what I'm saying? The message is always about Jesus Christ and the Lord Savior and how He's redeemed us and how He's given us new life. But the methods on how you go about doing it, man, you could change that all up and down. So let me give you one more imagery before I just check out. It's like going fishing. When you fish, there's all sorts of fish in the ocean or in the lake or in the water. You have fish that kind of hang out on the bottom of the water where they're cool shade. You have fish that just eat on top of the surface, and they eat all the bugs on the top area. And if you've ever hung out with a fisherman, now I'm a horrible fisherman. I just go out with my friends and I watch them fish. They'll tell you that you need a type of lure or a type of bait or a type of fishing rod to actually get the fish that are all the way down in the crevices, like your catfish, bottom feeders, or a type of a bait or a bob that hangs up on the top of the surface to get your trout. Does that make sense? So fish will change from place to place. People change from place to place. But the key here is that methodology will change because of the type of fish. But again, you still need to be the same message. The message is you need to have bait. You need to have the good news, and that shouldn't change whatsoever. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of what I'm thinking through, and hopefully scriptures as well as you're reading through these books. All right, I'm signing off. Continuing your assignments. I look forward to catching up with you.